Welcome. Today we're going to do a couple more advanced yoga postures that require balancing on the hands and the forearms. So it's best to start this when you're already a little warmed up. Maybe you've done a couple of sun salutations, and then we'll jump on in. All right. So we're going to start in a standing posture, finding mountain pose, rooting down through the 2 feet. Squeeze the legs, draw the belly in, lengthen the spine. Feel nice and tall here. Engage the core, keep the glutes squeezed, keep the legs squeezed. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And we're going to bring the palms together overhead and overlap the thumb. Root down in through the feet. Feel nice and strong here. Keep drawing the belly and tuck the tailbone slightly. Reach the fingers up. And then as you exhale, start to tip the fingers over to the left side. We're going to tip over towards the left, imagining that you're kind of pressed between two panes of glass. Press the hips over towards the right side. Now feel the weight distribution in the 2 feet. See if you can even out the two sides of the body. Right and left foot, feel like they're holding about an even amount of weight. Nice job. One more breath here. Nice, slow, deep inhale. And then exhale, bring yourself all the way back up towards the top. Nice big deep inhale. See, I can stretch a little deep in through the side body. You might just be tipping a little bit over towards the side. Try to maintain that length in the side body and kind of a flat posture, like you've got pressed against the wall. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And we're going to take the fingers over towards the other side. Bring them over towards the right, press the hips over towards the left. Again, feel that weight distribution in through the 2 feet. Stretch the fingers over, stretch the side body, feel the belly engage. Nice, slow, deep breath in. And then draw the belly in, use your exhale, lift yourself all the way back out. Great job. Release the hands, bring them back behind you. We're going to interlace the hands back behind the hips. Draw the knuckles down, keep pressing down into the feet. I just switched positions so that you could see a little better. Squeeze the glutes. We're going to come into a back bend. So start to press the hips forward. Start to shine the heart forward. Drop the knuckles down. Squeeze the glutes. Press the hips forward. Draw the knuckles down. Lift the gaze up. Great job. Keep those glutes squeezed and exhale. Rise yourself all the way back up towards the top. Take a nice slow deep breath here. And then keep the core engaged. Use your exhale. Begin to hinge forward with the hands bound. So we're lowering the torso down nice and slow, lifting the knuckles up towards the sky. Legs are straightish. Head dangles. We're getting a nice stretch in through the arms, the chest, the backside of the body. Nice slow deep breaths in and out. Great job. Bring the hands back towards the hips, press into the feet. Slowly rise yourself all the way back up to standing. I'm gonna roll the shoulders a couple times forward, up, back and down, just integrating that movement in through the shoulders. Fantastic. All right, moving into our Parsvottanasana. So the classic posture has reverse prayer pose back behind you. So if this is still a work in progress, bringing the palms back together, fingertips pointing up, you can bring the hands together, fingertips pointing down, maybe grabbing onto the edges of your shirt. The goal here is to squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other to get a nice opening across the chest. So whatever hand variation, maybe you're using a strap, maybe the fingers are down, maybe rotating, getting the fingers up. We're going to continue to squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And then from this nice planted foot posture, we're going to take the left foot and we're going to step it back behind us, about 2.5 to 3 feet back behind us. Those left toes point towards the upper left corner of the mat. Both legs are straight. We're going to inhale to lengthen the spine. Hips square off towards the short edge of the mat. And we'll exhale, begin to hinge forward over that straight right leg. Lowering the torso down. Use your breath. Stretch into that back right leg. Let the head hang heavy. Every day, closer and closer, your forehead is coming towards your shin. Just breathe steady and slow. We're going to take a few breaths here, breathing into that back side of the body. Feeling that spread across the chest, the squeezing of the shoulder blades down the body, the engagement of the core. Nice slow deep breath in. Draw the lower belly in just a little bit more and use your exhale to rise yourself all the way back up. Great job. Keep the hands bound. We're going to switch legs. Step the left foot forward and step the right foot back. Square the hips up towards the short edge of the mat. Again, that 2.5, 3 feet step back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Find a non-moving spot to stare at. Now, as you exhale, slowly begin to hinge forward, nice and slow, over that left leg. Let the head hang heavy. And maybe starting to reach the forehead down towards the shin. Or maybe you're focused on stretching the arms a little bit more, bringing the fingertips closer and closer towards each other. Keep the breath moving steady and slow here, breathing in and out with control. Great job. Let's draw the lower belly back in. Use your exhale. Slowly rise yourself all the way back up through standing. Step that right foot forward. Plant the feet. Release the arms. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Take a nice big inhale. Reach the arms up overhead. Lift the gaze up. And we'll exhale to forward fold over the legs. Nice and slow. Coming into your forward fold. Okay, fantastic. From here, bend the knees enough that you can plant the hands at the top of the mat. Great job. With the palms planted, we're going to step the feet back nice and long, finding a high plank. Press the mat away. Feel the belly draw in. Great job. Keep that engagement of pressing the palms down into the floor to feel the sternum lift. Fantastic. Moving into our downward facing dog. Start to press the hips up towards the sky. Press the shoulders back. Maybe finding a variation of where the feet are. Maybe you step them forward a little bit. There's a gentle bend in the knees so that the sitting bones can reach up towards the sky. Little scoop of the belly. Press into the palms. Feel the shoulders get a nice little stretch. Let the head dangle here. Nice slow deep breaths in and out. Fantastic. From here, let's lower the knees all the way down towards the floor. The feet can stay tucked or untucked. We're going to move into our puppy pose. So keep the hips stacked over the knees, and we're going to start to walk the arms forward just a little bit more. So my hips stay above the knees, and I stretch the arms forward, and I sink the chest down just a little bit more. So it's like a down dog. Nice deep stretch into the shoulders. The hips are lifted, getting that little back bend. Nice slow deep breaths in and out. Keep breathing, steady and slow. Great job. We're going to start to make our way out of this, either pressing into the palms to lift yourself back up or walk the hands towards the shoulders and help lift yourself back up. All right, meeting up in a tabletop position. We're going to bring the palms underneath the shoulders, and we're going to just wag our tail from side to side. Let the head hang heavy, find some movement in through the spine. We're just transitioning into a little bit of free time here. Maybe rocking back into child's pose, get a nice little stretch into the body. A couple little moments of freestyle. Our bear pose. Great job. And then we'll start to pause that movement. Now we're going to start to play with a forearm plank to dolphin. Again, this is working into the shoulders, the arms, the core. So for our forearm plank, we're going to start by planting the forearms down onto the ground. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. It's a little more narrow than you might think. You might grab a block just to kind of identify that distance. If I make an L with my index finger and thumb, I can bring that around the block. So my L's are kind of bracing the block and my arms are parallel from that. I have that? Okay. So we've got forearm plank, parallel arms. Press into the forearms, feel the sternum lift, gazing in between the thumbs. We're going to slowly start to extend one leg back and both leg backs. Lower the hips just a little bit more. Keep pressing the sternum up and back. Nice slow deep breaths in and out. Great job. Keep feeling the core engaged. As you take your next exhale, lower the knees back down towards the floor. Keep the elbows where they are, but bring the hands together, interlacing the fingers. Overlap the pinkies so that neither pinky kind of gets smushed on the floor. They're kind of nestled in together. All right, moving into our kind of our triangle with the arms, forearm plank to dolphin pose. All right, press into the arms again. Feel the sternum lift. Step the legs back, lower the hips. Okay, so here we are again in our forearm plank. You might feel that this triangle shape with the arms maybe feels more comfortable for your anatomy. That's all good. All right, now stepping up into dolphin pose. Begin to tippy toe the feet up towards the elbows. We're pressing the hips up towards the sky. We're still pressing into the elbows to feel the shoulders lift. The head is floating here. We're just floating the head up. All right, we've got those hips lifted real high. The legs are straight. We're pressing into the arms to feel the shoulders lift. Belly's engaged. Nice job. Slowly start to walk yourself back to forearm plank. Bring the gaze back to neutral, gazing towards the hands. Lower the hips down. Beautiful work. Lower the hips all the way back down towards the floor. Unwind the fingers. Finding Sphinx pose. For Sphinx, the elbows are underneath the shoulders, the hips press down into the floor. We press into the sternum again, lift the chest. Great job. We're going to take our thread the needle pose. Bring the left hand in towards the center of the mat. Inhale to reach the right arm up towards the sky, and exhale to thread that right arm underneath the little gap in the left. Lower down onto the right upper arm and kind of scooch this left elbow forward. You can nestle in just a little bit more and bring the head down onto that left forearm. Couple nice slow deep breaths here. If you want to start opening up the hips a little bit more, I invite you to take belly down tree, bending the left knee, open that left knee out towards the left side. So we've just got a opening in that left hip. Maybe you want this variation, maybe you're going to keep the legs parallel. It's all good. Another couple of breaths here, stretching into the shoulders, just letting them relax. Fantastic. We'll start to make our way out of this posture, straightening the left leg. Pull the left elbow back underneath the left shoulder, press into that left arm. Inhale to reach the right arm all the way back up towards the sky. And then we'll lower the right elbow down underneath the right shoulder. Bring the right hand in towards the center of the mat. Pushing into that right hand, inhale, lift the left arm up towards the sky, and exhale, thread that arm underneath the little gap in the right. Lowering down onto the left upper arm, scooch that right elbow forward just a little bit, and then maybe resting the head on the right forearm. Again, belly down tree is an option. We're gonna bend that right knee, open it out towards the right side, just getting an opening across the hips. Make sure the breath is nice and slow here. Great job. Starting to release this posture, re-lengthen out that right leg, pull the right elbow underneath the right shoulder, press into that right arm. Inhale, lift the left arm up, unwinding our thread the needle, and then lower the elbows back down. Great job. Move the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes back behind you. We're going to press into the palms, lift ourselves up into high plank pose. Great job. Nice slow deep breath in. And then exhale, press the hips up towards the sky again, downward facing dog. Let the head hang here, feel that engagement. Fantastic job. Slowly lower the knees down towards the floor. We're gonna come to sit. I wanna make our way into bound angle pose or Baddha Konasana. Sitting on your sitting bones, we're gonna bring the soles of the feet towards each other, scooching the heels in a little closer towards the hips, grabbing onto the toes. Open the knees out wide. Draw the belly in and lengthen the spine. Feel nice and tall here. Keep the shoulders drawing down the back. And we're going to flap the knees a couple times. Keep the breath moving steady and slow. We're waking up the hip joints. We're giving our internal organs a little massage. Keep that breath moving nice and steady. Great job. Let's start to pause that knee flap, grabbing on tight to the feet, lengthen the spine, feel nice and tall here. Keep the shoulders drawing down the back, the belly draws in, draw the chin towards the neck, just kind of tucking it back. Feel that stretch, draw the right ear towards the right shoulder, getting a stretch into the side of the neck. Bring the head back to neutral, then the left ear towards the left shoulder. Fantastic. Bring the head back to neutral. And we're going to take this into a forward fold. Keep the core engaged, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, hinge forward from the hips, open the elbows out towards the knee. Kind of keep the back nice and flat here at first, like you're shining forward or leading with the heart, leading with the chin, nice long spine. And then we'll exhale, start to round down, nice and slow. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe nodding the head from side to side. Fantastic. Start to draw the lower belly in. Use your exhale, ragdoll yourself all the way back up through seated. Pull the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Great job. Now we're going to play with our garland pose or malasana squat. Start by opening the feet out nice and wide. Toes point out at an angle. Grab on around the shins. I'm going to roll the belly forward as we shine the heart forward. Okay, so just feeling that compression into the hip joints. Maybe walking the heels a little closer, just noticing how that feels. Okay, another nice slow deep breath here, just waking up those hips. Excellent. Go ahead and release the legs out nice and long here for a moment. Just getting the blood flow. Point and flex the toes. Roll out the ankles. Excellent work. So you might be advanced at practicing malasana. It might be no problem for you. You might find that a block is helpful at first for getting into it. So I have a block here that I'll be demonstrating with, but feel free to use or not use. All right, so we're going to start by making our way up into a standing posture. So our malasana squat, the feet are a little wider than our classic Tadasana. So we'll open them out just a little bit wider, toes point out at an angle. So this block might be helpful as an arm extender. So you might bring it into the hands. And we're going to start by bending the knees and starting to press the hips back. The knees open out towards the sides. So here you might use the hands on the block to help support you as you continue to lower the hips down, 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 down. You might make your way down and say, oh, I need a little extra support. So you can use that block underneath the hips like you're sitting up on a low stool. Or you might find that you can, well, comfort is a spectrum. So you might find that you can sit in malasana without the support of the block. You're going to bring the hands to heart center. Use the elbows to press against the knees. Shine that heart forward. Lengthen the spine. Get the feet nice and comfortable here. Nice slow deep breaths in and out. Excellent work. We're going to take this malasana and transition it into crow pose, which is a balance on the hands. So I should have mentioned this earlier. Maybe a pillow would be helpful to have in front of you if you are nervous about bonking your head. If this is something that you'd like to ease yourself into, you being a pillow out in front of you. I'm just going to pretend this block is a pillow. And we're going to start by bringing the palms down onto the floor in front of us. Scooch back so you can see. Palms press down into the floor, and the elbows and the knees are pressing into each other. So the elbows are pressing out and the knees are squeezing in. So there's a nice little bit of kind of push-pull there. And we're going to come up onto our tippy toes. So we're lifting up a little bit more. We're bringing more weight into the palms. You might start to tuck the knees into the armpit area. It's going to give you just a little bit, maybe a better hold or a better spot to stack the knees. So start to bend the elbows so you've got a little bit of a shelf there for the legs. Okay. And you're bringing more and more weight into the hands, and you're bringing more and more lightness into the toes. So you might start to play here with lifting one toe off, maybe lifting the other toe off. Maybe you're bringing all the weight in to the hands and you're hovering both feet up off the floor, gazing at the floor, gazing at that non-moving spot. It's all good. If you need to press the toes down again to find that balance, nice slow deep breath in. Great job. Start to lower the feet back down towards the floor, coming back into our malasana. Go ahead and roll the wrists out. Give the wrists a little bit of movement. Wiggle the fingers. Nice job in crow pose. Over time, you'll spend more and more time floating. Fantastic. Great. We're going to make our way into, go ahead and lower the hips back down towards the floor. Lengthen the legs out. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back and down, lengthening the spine. And we're going to come into a little forward fold. Lower the torso down over the legs, let the head hang heavy. Nice slow deep breaths in and out. Here in our Paschimottanasana, our western side stretch, let the breath be nice and slow. Let it feel almost like a rest. Doesn't have to be the biggest, deepest stretch so far today. Excellent work. Slowly draw the lower belly in. Use your exhale. Ragdoll yourself all the way back up through seated. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. All right. Our next posture will be a headstand, a forearm headstand. So you might find that you would like to practice near a wall. It's kind of fun to practice at the edge of a couch or near your bed so that if you fall, you fall against something soft. I'm going to be showing us the setup against the wall, and then I'll be demonstrating in the middle of the room. Again, this is a lot of engagement in through the shoulders. It's not very much weight on the head, but if you have anything that your doctors say don't put pressure on the neck, this may not be a posture for you. Anyways, let's get started. Setting up next to a wall, you're going to want to be about 6 to 12 inches away from a wall. And we're going to, again, find that triangle shape with the forearms. Interlacing the fingers, tucking the pinkies together. The elbows are underneath the shoulders. So it's not wide. It's not a wide angle. It's kind of on the more narrow side of things. So you bring that forearm nice and close to, the knuckles are about 6 inches to a foot away from the wall. So when you have that position down, you're going to be kind of kneeling in front of the wall. It looks like that. So again, I'm going to do the posture away from the wall and just see a little better. All right, pressing into the forearms. We're going to start to lower the crown of the head, kind of the top of the head, not the forehead, not the back of the head, but the top of the head, down between the hands. The back of the head is cradled by the palms. So the head is pushing into the palms. Press into the forearms. Feel the shoulders lift. That same energy there that we were using in our forearm planks. We're pressing into the forearms to feel the shoulder blades lift. The head is pressing into the floor, but it's a light pressure. Most of the weight is being held by the forearms. From here, tucking the toes back behind you, squeeze the glutes, start to press the hips up towards the sky. Nice job. So lots of different options here. You might choose to stay here, continuing to press into the forearms. You might start to walk the feet a little closer, maybe tucking one heel up towards the hips, maybe starting to find some balance, bringing both heels towards the hips, so that you've got the legs up off the floor. When this feels more and more comfortable, you can start to extend the legs up. If you're practicing at a wall, you might take a couple of jumps which will look kind of like jumping up, using the wall to help stop your momentum from flinging backwards. Keep pressing into the forearms. Keep lifting gently the head so it doesn't press too hard onto the floor. Keep the core engaged. And then as you're ready, we're going to help ourselves down. Either again, like bringing the heels in towards the hips and rounding ourselves back down, tucking the toes down, or lowering the legs down nice and slow. As you're ready, we're going to plant the knees down, legs extend back behind you. I want to rock back into child's pose. Bring the hips and the heels towards each other. Lengthen the arms out nice and long. Give the arms a little break. Nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. Few calming breaths here. Slow, deep breaths in through the back side of the body. Fantastic work. We'll press ourselves back up, coming into a comfortable seated posture. We'll roll the shoulders forward, up, back and down. Take a nice big inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist over towards the right, bring the right hand back behind the hips, left hand towards the right knee. Press into the right hands, lengthen the spine, and exhale, twist, gazing just a little bit farther over that right shoulder. Great job. Draw the lower belly in. We'll inhale, unwind, reach the arms back up overhead. Exhale, twist over towards the left. Left hand comes back behind you, right hand towards the left knee. Gazing over the shoulder, nice slow, deep breaths in and out. Fantastic work. Inhale to unwind, reach the arms back up overhead. Exhale to take a forward fold, reach the arms forward, plant the palms down, press into the palms, roll the chest forward, lift the gaze up, and exhale to lower the chest all the way back down. Fantastic. Let's draw the lower belly in. Use your exhale, ragdoll yourself all the way back up through seated. Shoulders roll again, forward, up, back and down. We'll bring the hands to heart center. In closing our practice, take a nice slow, deep inhale. And a deep exhale. May our practice be of benefit to all beings. Thank you, and namaste.